Welcome back to Not From Boston, everybody. As always, I'm Bennett.
I just need to get my stuff.
I'm Harry. My wife needs to get her computer. Let's do that again. Let's do that again.
Sorry, I just need to get my shit. I'm out. I'm
Okay.
leaving.
All right. We're
You're
gonna
all
start over
good.
again.
That's just
Here we
really
go. We're gonna
funny.
start over again. Cool. Welcome back to Not From Boston. I'm
Yeah,
Harry.
I'm Bennett.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Here to recap the week that was kind of an interesting week because I feel like we ended on a high, but it started pretty low and it looked pretty low until late yesterday evening, East Coast time.
yeah, I I stayed up to watch the whole thing.
Yeah,
But
I watched the game.
I will say like the last six games have gone exactly how I thought they'd go.
Dude,
You know?
it's the same shit, different year, bro. We get hot, we go into the All-Star game, we come out, we're like, we got the Dodgers, we got these good teams coming, and then we fucking eat shit. It
Yeah.
happens every year. However, we haven't gotten swept. We
No.
played two first place teams on the road. So it's not expected that a third wild card team is going to go in and sweep two first place teams on the road. And we've won a couple games in pretty dramatic fashion. So I'm
Yeah.
sure the morale isn't completely cooked. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm sure it's not, but it's like um it's definitely the wrong momentum to be bringing to the trade deadline, to be bringing to the Dodger series, even if the Dodgers team is like significantly weaker
Mm.
than they've been all season. Um, yeah, it's just I think it's really frustrating to go from 10 games where the offense is litty and they're just hitting the ball everywhere, and then you get to these games and you're like striking out 12 times, giving
Yeah.
up, and you're giving up 5 home runs, and then I mean the whole catcher's interference thing, which was just crazy, and
Yeah.
like
He did it 2 times in a row, 2 games in a row. I've never seen that. He's actually had a few of those this year.
yeah, well, I think it's a problem. It's a problem they're having in baseball, like period, because um, I think batters are sitting further back in the box to try and catch
Yeah.
up to like whatever high velo stuff pitchers are throwing, and catchers, of course, like are just trying to get the ball.
Yeah.
Um, it's just yeah, I think it's like really like that's all it is. I don't think
Yeah.
it's like I don't think Narvaez like technically did anything wrong.
No, he
Um,
didn't reach. He didn't reach forward.
yeah, and I don't think I forget who the batter was that hit him. Like I don't think they did. Like it's just like pitchers need to throw less hard. Funny
Yeah.
enough. But yeah, so we are as of now. This is Thursday that we're recording this before the Dodgers Sox series starts. The Red Sox are 55 and 49. They're in third place. And they have a wild. I think they actually have the second wild card spot.
They're tied. We're tied for the Mariners for the second. We're
Oh,
both
okay.
we're 5 or 6 games above 500. We're tied for the second.
Yeah. Also in this past week, which I thought was a really interesting stat, I think it was while we were playing the Cubs that we passed the 100 game mark of the season.
Yes.
So this year, last year, and 2023, the Red Sox had the exact same record at 100 games, 53 and 47.
Yeah.
That that's crazy. First of all, like that's
Pretty
just
unusual.
to do that three times in a row is just nuts. Really does speak to like this era of Red Sox baseball that we're in. That's just like barely better than mid.
Yeah, it's interesting though because that does instill a little bit of confidence in me because like yes, we have the same record. However, every year we've ramped up the final record. Like
Yeah,
22, 23, we were, I think 22 and 23, we had the same record.
yeah,
Last year we were 500. Hopefully we can take that step up and, I don't think we need to win more than like 86 games to get in the playoffs. That's what it seems like. It seems like the American League is pretty wide open, especially for the third spot, which like
yeah,
we can discuss if we think an 86 win team is worthy of making the postseason, and that's a legitimate discussion to have. But
yeah,
that's how the league is right now. So like, I
yeah,
definitely think we're capable, but obviously we'll get into a lot of things that have. There's a lot of things that I'm seeing that are making me feel better about this year than last year, and there's a lot of things that are making me feel like, uh oh, this could really the wheels could fall off the wagon at any point.
Yeah. So just real quick before we get into the weeds of all of that and like the Phillies series and everything, a couple of housekeeping notes. One will be I'm going to be at the Red Sox Dodgers finale on Sunday,
Nice.
in Boston, day game. There's like a chance of rain, which sucks.
Yeah,
Um,
they'll play through it. They don't usually. I mean, they've had a couple postponements, but
yeah,
they'll
but
happen.
I'm in the center field bleachers, so like I'm getting rained on.
Yes.
There's no coverage.
Nice. That's a good ball.
Um,
That's a Boston experience, baby. I
yeah.
love it.
It'll be also really interesting because the Fenway workers are about to go on strike on
You
Friday.
need to learn how to make your vocals not
Something
sound.
something just opened on my computer. I was trying to open our outline. Sorry. Fenway workers are about to go on strike. Yes, I did see this.
Yeah. So like I think they're saying like the union, I think it's Unite here, like I think it's local 26. They're
Yeah.
saying and of course like the union's right in all of what they're asking for, which
Oh,
duh.
yeah, absolutely.
But and I think their employer is not the Red Sox, like it's not John Henry, it's Aramark. Um
Yeah. Yes, Aramark is who employs like basically all of the stadium workers.
but so what the union said is like going to the game is okay. Going to the game is not crossing the picket line. Just
Yeah, it's not.
please don't buy food or drinks
Yeah,
from
that's what I heard.
concessions.
Um,
I have read online, I've heard from some people that like like Fenway, you can kind of sneak in outside food more than others. I don't know how true that actually is, but
I think it might even come down to like what gate you enter in. All I know
yeah.
is, dude, the Fenway workers are cool as shit. They're
Yeah.
so cool. They don't give a fuck, bro. Like, I've been to Fenway so many times. It's such a historic stadium. Like, that's one of the few stadiums where like they don't give a fuck if you like climb up into the front. Like, they don't fucking
Yeah.
care. It's
And
it's
I
so cool, man.
and it's Boston, which is like is a union city, and like I feel like if I'm just like, hey man, I'm like I know I'm not supposed to bring in this food from outside, but like I'm trying not to cross a picket line, like that hopefully is like enough to
Yeah,
be
100%. But I have read the same things that like going to the game has nothing to do with Aramark. It's the same
yeah.
as like guys were like, "Oh, it's the Red Sox ownership's fault." I'm like, "No, no, 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 no. This has
Yeah.
nothing to do with John Henry. It's just yeah. I just wouldn't buy food at the
Yeah.
stadium.
Which also is just like a smart move economically.
A Fenway Frank is $20, dog.
Dude,
You
it's
know?
it's crazy. Like the fact that I think it was like I was reading that like a beer at Fenway is like $10 and like a worker gets paid $18 an hour. And then in Miami, the Marlins workers get paid 22 an hour and a beer is $5.
Yeah, it's
I'm like
wild.
crazy. So anyway, so there's that. And then later this week, or I guess later next week, I'm gonna be on Talk Dodgers to Me to
Oh, great! That's
since
awesome.
we're doing I mean since the teams are playing each other, and so that episode should be out I think next Friday as
That's
well.
awesome,
So
man.
yeah. So that's gonna be fun. Yeah. Looking forward to that. Anyway,
Cool.
so yeah, let's get into this. I, everyone's talking about the trade deadline, but I think I kind of want to before we get there,
Yeah, there's other stuff to cover. Um,
yeah.
so going into these three series, my goal was 5-4.
Mhm.
Your goal was winning 2 out of the 3 series. One of those goals is still possible. One of them is not.
Yeah, but one of those goals requires sweeping the Dodgers.
Which actually, of all of these teams, seems like the most likely outcome. It's a
Yeah.
home series against a struggling team.
Their bullpen is like I mean, I think we like always stress about our bullpen. Their bullpen is shot to shit. Like
Bro, they have no bro, their starting rotation is shot to shit. Like
yeah,
they're beaten up. Mookie Betts, I love the guy, but he's hitting like
he's
a
not playing
below average.
in Boston apparently.
Okay, yeah, I
He's
mean
not going to Boston. Yeah.
something is going on with him. Like he's off.
Yeah. It's unfortunate because I love
I
Mookie.
Oh, everybody loves Mookie, but
Yeah.
I saw that quote. He's like, "I've never been this bad for this long before." It's pretty astounding.
Yeah, that's rough.
But yeah, so I think like, what time is the game? It's tomorrow, right? We're not playing today.
Yeah, no, it's tomorrow. I think tomorrow and
4
Saturday are
o'clock,
night
yeah.
games.
I hate Thursdays in baseball because there's not any games. Dude, also side note, I love the All-Star game. I think I mentioned this last time. I hate the All-Star break because all I want to do is watch baseball, and there's 2 games where there's 2 days where there's no games. It kills me.
Yeah.
So I do think based on perspective matchups, we're going to get Crochet in this series, which is awesome. We'll
You're
get
actually
Bayo.
I looked today. It's Crochet versus Kershaw.
That Kershaw's been struggling, man. That could be a W. You know
I
what I
know,
mean?
but that's pretty cool to get
So
like
cool.
those two lefties.
So cool.
Yeah.
And then it'll probably be what Bayo and I don't know who Dustin May is. That their number two?
Dustin
I
May
don't
is
really.
so I'm seeing Dustin May pitch against Walker Bueller,
Okay.
which means I'm seeing the two bullpens flail
Game.
on Sunday.
Although, I mean, Bueller is kind of been a little bit better. I think I still don't feel confident with him,
Yeah.
but he's at least not walking 6, 7 guys a game. You know, he's
Yeah.
had a couple quality starts. To me, I'm looking at it like Crochet and Bayo, so much confidence. When those guys are on the hill, I'm like, we're guaranteed a quality start. It feels like we're not going to give up more than 3 runs.
Yeah.
They might go into the 7th inning. Giolito, I would say like a step below that, where I'm like, I know he's going to have good stuff. Every
Mhm.
once in a while he gets hit around, but like
Yeah.
it's going to be a good start. Bueller, you really have no idea what you're going to get, and at this point, it's like a bullpen. It's just a toss up for that final. Like Fitz, is he really going to be in that rotation? I have no
Yeah.
idea. I don't know.
He just hasn't been right since that injury.
He doesn't look right. He doesn't look right, and he does not. His stuff is not moving the way it's supposed to. Because
Yeah.
bro, he throws 100, and like he's not hitting it.
Yeah. I think yeah, and then so Friday, I think the Friday game was gonna be Otani, but they've pushed him back. So it's gonna be some, I think, rookie that I've never heard of, um, pitching for the Dodgers on Friday.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, I mean, it's always like I don't know. I was looking that in recent years, like the Dodgers, especially since 2018, actually, like since we crushed them, they've really like kicked our ass in the regular season games.
Hmm.
Especially last year, remember we got swept like right out
Yeah.
of the gate from the All-Star break.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm always nervous about the Dodgers, but also like this Dodger team is in much rougher shape. Um, Also speaking of like real quick, just total also aside, the Detroit Tigers got swept by the Pirates.
Dude, they've lost 9 out of their last 10.
I know, but like they got swept by the Pirates. Like that's
Yeah. I
insane.
mean, the Pirates are weird because Skeens is kind of like facing Skeens is like facing a top team, basically. And then
Yeah.
who's their other starter that's also pretty good? They
Mitch
have one other
Keller.
starter. Keller, right.
Yeah.
So they have two guys that are like A-level starters, but
Yeah.
yeah, crazy. And then the White Sox took 2 out of 3 from Tampa, 2 out of 3 from Tampa Bay.
Yeah. It's just like crazy because like I guess the Tigers, it's like that's like you shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be getting swept by the Pirates. However, like you are 20 games over 500, so like I guess you can afford to.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. Look, every single year, the only time I've ever seen we did get swept, 2018, we didn't get swept all year, and then we locked up first place and we won our 100th game, and we had a series in New York against the Yankees, and we got swept because we were playing like Zue Lin and like we were playing
Yeah.
all these like
Kazooie
that
Land.
was the only sweep of the series
Yeah.
or of the season. I mean, and it's very rare for a team not to get swept
Yeah. I
and
think
have a bad series against a shitty opponent.
yeah. So yeah, it was just kind of like, but it's like, yeah, I think it's something that I would expect to see in September when, you kind of start to lock things up. But like late July, I'm like, you guys, that's shocking, honestly, to get swept like that. Especially by the Pirates.
Yeah, crazy.
But yeah, I mean, I think for the Sox, like Philly, I mean, it's weird. I really should hate the Phillies.
Oh, I
Like,
like the Phillies, man. I got no
but
issue with them.
right,
I
I
like
like
them.
their vibe.
Yeah, I always have.
They
I've
play a
always
cool
liked them.
game. Their fans are, crazy, but they're kind of, fun. I like Bryce Harper. I just like he's a good dude. He's a dog. I enjoy watching the Phillies, and I shouldn't, as like someone who, whose family is like loyal to the Mets of all NL East teams. Um, but I mean, that team can hit, and like,
Oh yeah, they hit and they play good defense. Trey Turner
yeah,
looks great at shortstop. His
he does.
range is
Yeah,
so good. Yeah,
yeah.
he stole a couple hits from Trevor Story. Hard grounders up the middle. That his glove side range is so good. He's a very interesting player because I can never tell like, do I think he's like really good or like really not? I don't know.
Yeah.
He gets a lot of hits, but he doesn't have really like any power. I don't know. He's very interesting to me.
he's also like, I mean, I might be wrong, but I feel like Trey Turner is, is old at this point for baseball.
He's 32. Yeah, he's 32. He's been
Okay, so he's
around
not
for a
like
while.
really that old, but that's surprising that he's only 32 because he's been around. He's been around for a
Since he was 20. This
while.
is his 11th season.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, it's his 11th season.
Dang, that's
So I
crazy.
mean, look, shortstop is a premier position. Um, it requires a lot of athleticism, and he's a leadoff hitter. He steals bases, he
Yeah.
runs, he hits a lot of doubles and triples. Like his body is going to be more broken down than other 32. He's not David Ortiz. He
Yeah.
doesn't go and take four at bats a game and that's it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, the Phillies are a strong team. I kind of am looking at the Phillies as like a sleeper World Series team at this point. I think they have a lot of power. They play pretty solid defense, except Nick Castellanos. Oh my word. Oh my
Yeah.
word. He is so bad defensively. I mean,
Yeah.
they were talking about it on ESPN. The metrics aren't in his favor, and just the eye test, bro, I'm like, what are you doing? Like balls get hit right to him and he steps in. Like his defense is not good. He can
Yeah.
hit, but um,
It's an interesting team because they're
losing two out of three. Go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say like it's interesting because it's like they're an older team, again for baseball. Like because
Sure.
Schwarber is not a spring chicken, Castellanos has been around a while, Harper has been around a while, Turner's been around a while. Um, I don't know if I would say that JT Real Milto's been around a while, but
Yeah,
kind of
I think this is his like ninth season too.
like
They
it's a team full of it's a team full of veterans.
this is 12th year, bro. He's
Oh
34.
oh shit. So yeah, so
So here's the thing. Everybody has been saying this on all the baseball podcasts. Like this is the end of their window. This is it. The Phillies had a 5-year window. I think when they signed Harper, they brought in Real Muto, they signed Castellanos, they got Trey Turner. This year and next year is really the end of that window. I think they have Wheeler for one more season.
yeah,
They have
he's gonna
Ranger
retire.
Suarez. Yeah, I think they have Ranger Suarez for another season or two. Like this is it.
Yeah. Well, they also have
So I don't know.
yeah. I mean, Schwarber is also up at the end of this year.
Yeah, this is the end of
Um,
Schwarber. Yeah, I would,
got it.
dude. I would go
Dude,
try to get him.
we should have like it's fucking
Oh
crazy that we
man,
didn't.
he's got
Um,
33 homers or some shit. It's a
but
beast.
the thing is like people were saying like I remember after the Mets like after the Phillies got bounced by the Mets last year,
Hmm.
everyone was saying like the window's shut. Like Dave Dombrowski's gonna go back and he's gonna like do a lot of big changes, make a lot of moves. Like this Phillies team is gonna look very different. He really didn't. He really didn't do that. He didn't really like. This roster's pretty consistent with what it was last year, and it's still really good. And he's also, I think, learned the lesson that he didn't learn, I think, with both Detroit and with us, which is like he's built a farm system in Philly that's good.
Yeah, super
And like,
solid.
I think the Phillies can talk. I think they're sustainable.
Hmm.
So I don't
Yeah,
know if I
I think
agree with that. The take that their window.
that's not necessarily my opinion. That's just what I've
Yeah,
heard. All the talking baseball and foul territory. They're all like, this is the end of their window. So I don't know if I agree with that either. I just think it's like there might be a quick rebuild because they still have Harper for 5 or 6 more seasons too.
yeah,
Like, and he looks like no. To me, it doesn't look like he's slowing down anytime soon. I don't know.
yeah. Um,
People say like he's not having as good of a year or whatever, but he's still extremely offensively productive.
yeah. And he's also not bad at first. It's really like impressive.
Dude,
I
tell
mean,
me how a guy with an 880 OPS is slowing down. Like
yeah.
that's an insane thing to say.
And like, if we want to talk about like teams with windows that are closing, then like, let's look at the Yankees,
I was about to say,
guys.
what's
Like
going on with the Yankees, man?
that window is shutting. I mean, they're playing Toronto currently.
Yeah.
And I think they've lost right. They've lost at least one
Have
game.
you
They got
seen
swept
like
by them before the All Star break.
have you
Um,
seen like the atrocity? Oh, they play no, they're done with Toronto. I think they got swept by Toronto. Have you seen how bad their defense is? Have you seen like Jason Dominguez? Like what the fuck is happening out there?
Dominguez he's like crazy that he was like once a top prospect
What
for
is
them.
going
Like
on? Bro, I've seen him get picked off. He doesn't slide into second base. He's missing balls right to him in left field. Like,
yeah,
what is happening with
they
him?
don't have a third baseman because they DFA'd LeMahieu and moved like um and then
Yeah, I'm
like
very confused about the Yankees.
Yeah, and then I mean Aaron Boone going off on John Boy yesterday.
Yeah, what the
He's
that
getting all
was
pissy, and it's like, I mean, I think it's really funny because it's like, yeah, we all like it's like interesting because I kind of get where like Boone is coming from. Everyone's being really hard on them about
Mhm.
their performance, but I think more importantly, like John Boy is also right where it's like, hey, like you guys may be the Yankees, but right now you suck. And
Yeah,
you guys aren't really acting like you suck. You're not like
totally.
you're in denial and it's weird. And you like we want to make sure that you like as fans, we want you to guys to right the ship and like
Yeah.
acknowledge that you suck. And like they just won't do that. Something that the Red Sox are really good at. Like Rob Refsnyder was like, yeah, we fucking suck. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I've
you
seen
know,
a lot of stories. Been like when he was in that slump, he was like, "Yeah, I got to play better. I'm doing terrible, dude." The Yankees look like a AAA team defensively for the second year in a third year in a row. Their
yeah,
defense is horrible. I mean,
it's
they're
like
like,
they're held afloat by literally three, like I think it's like three people: Aaron Judge, Max Fried, and I fuck, I don't even know who the third person is. Like maybe Carlos Rodon.
it's not Chisholm. Yeah, I mean,
Um,
it's like a lot of their stars aren't performing. It's
yeah, I
not.
mean Bellinger's I think having a fine year, but like not.
Yeah, but bro, like just another. There was a ball hit to right to him at the Rogers Center with the roof open, roof not
Yeah.
closed. Just like lost it fucking 20 feet over his head,
Oh my god.
triple. Like, it's like, what is going on out here? I know
Yeah.
that happens sometimes, but like, I don't know. It's pretty crazy. So,
Yeah, and their farm system's a
um,
mess. Like I'm shocked. I'm still shocked that Brian Cashman and Aaron Boone still have jobs. I mean, I was shocked after 2023 when the Yankees finished in
they
fourth.
seem to love him.
You
Yeah.
know, I was shocked when they lost the World Series that they still had jobs after that. They can't still have jobs if the Yankees like continue to kind of crash and burn like this.
No, I don't think so. But for some reason, like I heard sometimes when the Yankees lose, I go watch Talking Yanks just to,
Oh yeah,
see the rage bait. And last night they lost this horrible game. They Judge hit a game tying home run. They came
yeah,
all the way back and then they blew it. And I was listening to John Boy talk, and he was like, um, "Oh, I just lost my train of thought. Oh, Boone is a lot like Joe Torre in the sense of he's not focused on fundamental baseball. And then we got to shift to the Red Sox. This is not a Yankees podcast, but
yeah,
he's not focused on fundamental baseball. He's focused on creating a culture, and he's just like, hey, we got some good guys. We'll go out and win. The difference is Boone has Aaron Judge and Max Fried, like we said, right? There's no Cole this year.
right,
They don't have like Rizzo isn't there anymore. He wasn't playing well
yeah.
anyway. Chisholm hasn't been good this year. Volpe has been terrible.
Oh my god, it's so bad.
Joe Torre had fucking dude. I was looking at the 2004
It's
ALCS,
I
bro.
was rewatching the doc actually yesterday.
Dog. They had such a team. Gary Sheffield. People forget how good that guy. His 500 home runs. Gary Sheffield, Bernie Williams, Jorge Posada, Hideki Matsui, and those weren't even the best players on the fucking team.
Yeah, and
Jason
then
Giambi.
yeah, Jeter, A
Dude,
Rod, like
what the hell? Bro, those guys were all their 1 through 9 in their lineup was fucking disgusting.
yeah,
Not to mention Mike Mussina pitching. Like they were freaking sick.
yeah, like that rotation is like I think like maybe not '04. The rotation kind of was kind of like a bunch of nobodies, but like in the 2000s, yeah, you're talking like Pettit, Musina,
Yeah,
fucking
bro.
Clemens, uh, yeah, it's the Yankees are not stacked the way
You
that they
can't get
used
away
to
with
be.
that anymore.
I
Like I
mean,
would almost argue that the early 2000s Yankees were good in spite of Joe Torre's lack of management. Joe
yeah, I
Torre,
mean, yeah,
like he's a player's manager. He's a good vibes guy. He was never known for fundamental hard-nosed baseball. He was never the guy
mhm,
that was like, I mean, I wasn't in spring training, I don't know, but what
yeah,
I've heard, he's not the guy that's going to tell you, hey, you've been struggling at third, stick around and take extra ground balls. Like he's not, that's not his thing, and that's not Boone's thing either. That was Joe Girardi's thing, and they
yeah.
clearly want to move away from that. They're like, we don't want that anymore. Maybe they should bring it back. That's all I'm saying. Let's jump Red Sox because I feel like,
Yeah.
like we said, this is a big weekend coming up. I have a lot of confidence that we can at least take 2 out of 3. I stand by what I said. 5-4 in this stretch of games would be great for me. We'll
Mhm.
still pick up a game in the wild card race. We've been fortunate a lot of the games that we've lost, our wild card rivals have also not played well.
Yeah.
And we were very fortunate that yesterday we gained a game on the Rays. I think the Mariners lost yesterday to the White Sox. Yeah, they lost 2 out of 3. So, or I'm sorry, the Rays. The Mariners lost yesterday to, I don't remember, but we tied them up again for the second spot. So we've had some good luck, which has not been the case for most of this season, obviously with the injuries and everything. I got to say, it is great to see Alex Bregman back in that lineup.
Yeah.
Man, that is huge. I do want to talk offense with you a little bit.
Yeah.
Something's happening here. I don't really know. It's like I know we had 4 days off, but it seems like we had 4 months off. It looks like all of a sudden, bro, Story was like the hottest hitter in baseball. And now I think he's got, we wrote it down in here, 4 for 23. Abreu has 2 hits. They're both home runs, but he's got 2 hits. Narvaez, again, huge home run last night. Really been struggling, striking out looking. Yoshida not playing well. I mean, I don't really know what to make of this. I don't know if it's because they were facing Colorado's shitty pitching staff and now they're facing elite pitching, but that shouldn't happen.
I mean, no, I think it's just again, I think part of it's the All-Star break and then getting, immediately going from that to this gauntlet of playing like two of the best teams in the NL. I'm really curious to see like how being at home will make a difference.
Yeah.
Just like that, how that vibe getting in front of the home crowd was gonna, change things for them. I mean, I do want to acknowledge that, Roman Anthony is still hitting the ball right.
Yeah.
Ceddanne Rafaela continues to be cruising. So like, and Romy Gonzalez too. Also,
Yeah, he was scuffling, but man, to talk about timing your hits well, that was fucking
yeah. I think we're just
massive.
it's like I'm hoping that this is just temporary, like post All-Star game malaise, and I hope we start to see a change. This, I mean, with this series,
Yeah. Oh, and I wanted to bring this up. Remember, I said at the beginning, I know we have had the same record, 53 and 47, coming out of the All Star break. The one difference is last year we had a losing record at home. We were a
yeah,
winning team on the road. This year we are very dominant at Fenway Park. We struggle a little bit more on the road. Getting back to Fenway, playing the Dodgers. I know the Dodgers are a good team. We hit very, very well. It's very clear the guys like playing at Fenway.
yeah, yeah, I
This could
agree.
be a huge bounce back series for us.
Yeah, and then we go play the Twins, which is again like much easier. Like a
It
much
is, although the Twins have pulled off a few. I mean, they've
well,
pulled
they
off a
just
few upsets.
beat up the Dodgers. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't know what's going on with the Dodgers.
I mean, I don't know. It's the offense. I'm kind of like, okay, let's see if like, they can get going between now and the deadline. And I think that's more possible. My concern is pitching, because I think once each guy goes over a certain number of innings, like that becomes, a liability and not an asset. And that doesn't really happen for hitters. And so like, I think my concern is, Garrett Crochet, he's like 11 innings away from his career high, which was
yeah.
last year.
So is Bueller too.
For his, I mean, I think Tommy John, for his second post Tommy John year, Giolito is like just had Tommy John. Weisert's already gassed.
Yeah,
Like Bernardino too. I think that's where I'm like, okay, cool. Because that's what's happened. Really, at the end of the day, that's what's happened the last 2-3 years. Is like the bullpen, and the rotation collapse. They're burned out. So it's
I don't
about
know what to make of that either. I'm not as concerned about Garrett Crochet, if I'm being honest. He looks like he has no sign of slowing down. He's also been known to make a lot of decisions for himself. I'm not like the All-Star game. I'm not
yeah,
going to do it. He's been known to sort of be his own barometer for how much he wants to go. Bueller is obviously a concern because
yeah.
he hasn't been good, and he's already. I think like it's in your 10 innings
He's 10 innings
away
from last year's total.
from Tommy. Or yeah, so yeah, obviously Giolito's a question mark. Weiser does not look good. I agree with you. He looks gassed.
He came in last night, and I was like, oh, he's gonna blow it, and then he did.
Yeah. He's blown quite a few games, and it's not really his fault. I just don't
Yeah.
think his arm's built up for that. Big issue is the Tanner Houck stuff.
Oh yeah, him
I
getting shut
know
down
he
is
he wasn't playing well, but like he's done for the year now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's huge. We came into this season, we had our February episode saying Hauk, Crawford, Bueller, Crochet, Giolito, and Bayo as a six man. We've lost two of those guys indefinitely. They're not
Yeah.
going to be back. I mean, Hauk is probably not going to be back for the postseason. Like, I wouldn't, you can't just throw him into the fire at the end of the year.
No, I mean, and Hauk, even if Hauk were doing well, like say he was like progressing through his rehab assignment in Worcester, like I'd still be very worried about him because he's
I'm
fallen off
ambivalent.
so far from last year.
And he had the beginning of his fall off during the season last year.
Yeah.
It started happening at the tail end of the season. So something's kind of going on with him. The only good thing I can point to is obviously tons of confidence in Bayo, tons of confidence in Crochet, like we were saying, tons of confidence in Chapman. My goodness.
Yeah. So we're gonna talk about him later because I still like when we thought we might be kind of sellers, there was a lot of talk about like, oh, what if we trade Chapman? And now like, Jeff Passan's like Chapman's going
They're
nowhere.
not going to. Yeah, they're not going to.
I'm still on board with like I'm still on the like we could trade Chapman train. I think there's a pathway to do it.
So I'm not going to say there's not a pathway. There's no way the team does it. I don't think there's any chance the team does it now. Especially, I mean, we'll get into the deadline stuff, but
Yeah.
the comments that have come out from the front office, oh yeah, unbelievable. But
it's so weird. Again, I'm gonna say that for a
that to
minute.
me proves though they're not going to do that. But I got a lot of confidence in Justin Wilson too.
Yeah, that's true. He's kind of been an unsung
37 years
hero.
old, man. The guy's twirling. He's got a 2.32 ERA. Like we have high leverage guys that are capable. Hicks, he looked okay. He had one really bad appearance, had a few really good appearances, had a horrible appearance against Philadelphia in the 10th inning. He's going to be an inning eater. He's not going to be a high leverage guy. Hendricks, I think, closed the book on that.
Liam. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Kyle
It's
Hendricks
really
is it Kyle Hendricks? Is that the name of the guy who we traded?
Well,
No, Kyle Harrison is who we traded for.
Yeah, I don't know much about him. Kyle Hendricks is good this year. I think he's
For the Angels, right?
Yeah, Angel. Yeah. But to me, like Whitlock, Wilson, Chapman, studs. I have lots of confidence in those guys. Which, listen, if we're talking like playoff teams, there's a difference between a playoff competitive team and a World Series team.
Mm-hmm.
Competitive playoff team needs 3 or 4 guys to come out of the pen and lock it down. We've got 3. We need 1 more.
Yeah.
A good playoff team needs 3 starters to be consistent. We've got 2.5. I would say Giolito's almost perfectly consistent. We're missing 1 arm to be fighting if we get that 3rd or 2nd spot to be competitive in the postseason. A World Series team needs to be like the Dodgers where they can just stick Jack Flaherty out there and suddenly he has a crazy ass start. Like we're not quite there.
We also need like I think we need a more consistent bat.
Oh, 100%. And there's so many out there right now.
Yeah, and I really think like the more I thought about it, the more I'm like, Josh Naylor would be kind of cool. Like
I'm telling you, bro. I'm fucking telling you.
As much as I love like because I think Romy's great, but I think he's a platoon guy. And I think Toro's starting to decline.
Yeah.
But
also go ahead.
I know I was gonna move off of Toro. So if you have something to say about Toro.
No. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I forgot to mention this earlier when we were talking about Narvaez. Dude, that like caught stealing was so good. It was so nasty.
I mean, he even with the 3 catchers interferences that he's had in the last couple weeks, his DRS is crazy.
He's, I guess, like had the most caught stealings in baseball, which like I was like, how did that happen? I don't remember.
You know what's crazy too? If you watch a lot of them, he's had caught stealings with guys that have massive leg kicks, so the pitchers aren't helping him.
Yeah,
he's not getting them with slide steps. Like it's crazy. He's
yeah.
The fact that I know he's slowing down offensively a little bit, but like. If he finishes with a 750 OPS as a catcher and is that good at throwing runners out,
yeah.
I mean that's the end of Connor Wong.
I think also I think the end of Connor Wong here has come. Like I think he's over. But no, I just like to like also like because he the catcher interference thing was sucky for him in game 1, but
not
like
really his fault. But yeah,
to throw Wilson out at second and like by a country mile. and then next inning just crank a go ahead home run, like extend him now. Like that is he's so
Yeah,
cool.
I want to talk extensions with you before we get to the trade deadline stuff because there's a few interesting there's just a lot to discuss, but I agree with you. I'll even maybe start that conversation.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The Campbell money should have gone to Carlos Narvaez. I'm
Campbell, I
just going to
mean,
go out and
yeah.
say it. I don't know about Christian Campbell, and I think, look, I'm guilty of this. I think we all were. He had a great first month of the season, and we extended him, and I was like, this guy is the new Dustin Pedroia, and he hits for contact. He goes the other way. He's playing a good second base. He's not even competitive at AAA right now.
Yeah. I really think that all of his problems are mental and
Hmm.
not mechanical.
I
I think
think
he
the
just
whole
got to get his
position changing thing screwed him up.
off season. Maybe will get him a chance to get it right. I think that's the most important thing is that like Campbell's decline and collapse as a player is largely because of Craig Breslow moving around the fucking diamond like a chess piece. Like
Yeah,
that screwed him up real bad.
I think so.
Um, I also like do think like yeah, okay, yeah, bad contract for now, sure.
It's pretty
It is.
inexpensive.
It is also like yeah, it's 100 million. It's $80 million, I
Less,
think.
it's 80. Yeah, it's 80.
$80 million over 8 years, maybe 10 million, or I mean 100 million over 10. Like it's either way,
Yeah,
it's an inexpensive amount of money in the realm of baseball.
yeah.
Like I'm fine, fine. Go eat that cost. Make him a more expensive Franchi Cordero. Like I don't give a shit. Like that's okay. I think um yeah, I don't lose sleep over that. I think that is a contract that would be fitting for Narvaez for sure. Um I don't think I think Narvaez has earned a conversation about extensions. Obviously I don't think Meyer has. I know you don't think Meyer has.
Well, I
Um,
want to bring that up. Yeah,
but
yeah,
I do want to
yeah.
say I'm not sure like even as good as Roman Anthony has been in his time up, I'm like even him I'm like
Nope,
I'm
I
not
agree.
convinced yet.
I agree. I agree completely.
Yeah.
So, what Bennett brings up about the Marcelo Meyer thing, I sent him a text this weekend, and I said, I believe I might be paraphrasing. I think my exact words were, Marcelo Meyer is not ready for Major League Baseball.
That is what you said, yeah. Um,
Now, let me qualify that.
yeah.
Offensively, Marcelo Meyer is not ready for Major League Baseball. And that is purely an eye test assessment. I don't
Mhm.
know what the metrics are. I don't know what his barrel rate is like. Anthony's numbers don't look that great. They look okay. His obviously July has been a lot better than June, but he barrels the ball. His exit velo is like 105 every time. Like he's hitting the ball well. He's hitting it right at people. Meyer looks and has looked really, other than the New York series, overmatched. He looks overmatched by high velocity. Excuse me. He looks overmatched by front door breaking balls. He struggles. He swings a lot of front door curveballs and misses for strike three. Defensively, he is an absolute stud.
Yeah.
There's no question in my mind. He's played third base really well. He's played second base really well. Fuck, I bet you they could stick him in left field and he'd do a good job. Like
Yeah.
he's clearly a very defensively inclined player. His AAA offensive numbers never really blew me out of the water. He obviously had injuries. He looks the way that I expected him to look with those AAA numbers. Really good major league pitchers will overmatch him. That's
Yeah, I
just my
mean,
eye test assessment. He can hit home runs against guys throwing 94. He doesn't seem to catch up to the really, really fast stuff.
well, he's also I mean, I think he's also getting fooled a lot by breaking
Yeah.
yeah, by like breaking balls.
Those front door curveballs, I've seen him swing at like 50 of them.
It's I mean, it was something he was struggling with in AAA too.
Yep.
And yeah, I think like that's been a huge part of it. But yeah, again, like I think like on a roster, on a major league roster, not everyone needs to like to mash to the same degree. Obviously, like I think Meyer can mash more than he is, and I think he will at some point. But like, I think if it's just like, hey man, you're on this roster to play Gold Glove defense in the
Yeah.
infield, and if he does that, like continues to do that the way he has been, I'm like, you're great. You're justifying your position on this roster.
I
Like,
agree. And so my text and my discussion of him is with the qualification that when he came up, we saw it on social media. People were like, he's saving our season. He's here to save our season.
Yeah.
Marcelo Meyer this year at age, whatever, 22, 21. They're so young.
He's
These
22,
guys.
yeah.
22. He is not going to be an offensive savior. He might run into a couple homers. He might run into a couple balls in the gap. I'm expecting him to be a decent 9 hitter. That's what
Yeah.
I'm looking at him as. I agree with you. His spot on the roster is safe, but my text was purely offensively. I
Yeah.
don't feel confident in the night. Like if it's the 8th or the 9th inning in a 1-run game, he's getting pinch hit for Ref Snyder. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Yeah. I
Like
will
I'm
say,
not looking at him to come through with a big hit.
yeah. Although last night, Ref Snyder got pinched hit by Anthony, so that was interesting.
Yeah, and I
Um,
think because of the barrel rate, like again, I
yeah.
have looked at the metrics for Anthony, like he hits the ball pretty fucking hard. So I'm not
Yeah.
surprised with that. And I always say this is like we've talked about this a million times. Wow, look at this blister on my hand.
Jesus Christ. Put that away.
It's from swinging. Jesus. I hope I'm wrong. I love Marcelo Meyer. I want him to suddenly start hitting 350, you know?
Mhm.
I think he is capable of that. Just right now, he looks overmatched by major league pitching.
Yeah. I mean, I will say, in terms of like, yeah, I don't think either Anthony or Meyer has like saved the team or was going to save the team by performance on the field. I think their presence in the clubhouse, though, has like saved the vibes
Totally.
100%. The vibes on that team are immaculate now.
Also, I'm just saying, dude, addition by subtraction, Rafael Devers looks like shit. And
I was gonna bring him up later on, yeah, because he also played first for his first.
Yes, he did play first, and he hit 2 home runs in the game. But
yeah,
something is going on.
This seemed like it worked out actually.
The Giants are playing like shit with him there. They're like 11-20 with him, and we're what 20-15, 20-14. Like we have a winning record without him. So
it's interesting. I forget about him sometimes.
There was something else going on that we don't know about. That's all I'll say.
Yeah. But yeah, so I mean, like, yeah, I'm with you. I'm optimistic about, the offense and Dodger series. Do we want to just move right on into the trade deadline?
Yeah, so I think the whole extension thing starts this. I am stunned at the reports that are coming out about the Red Sox holding firm, standing pat, not looking to make any moves. I'm
Parsons
astonished.
reporting, that bummed me out.
Again, we're back to the whole like full throttle thing because 2 weeks ago, everything coming out was we're going to be big spenders. Even when we were only a game over 500, Red Sox are going to be big spenders. They're going to make big moves. We need to make a move. We have got to get an arm and we have to get a bat to be competitive, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, I love Jeff Passan, and he's very rarely wrong.
Yeah.
I think this is like one of those rare instances because
I can't see a world in which he's right.
Because Craig Breslow there has to be some understanding that like when Craig Breslow came out after trading Devers and like said with a straight face, we are buyers, like he had to know that if he wasn't buying, like he was like effectively loading the gun that's gonna kill him. He's also been like outspoken about how aggressive he's being, and I do think that there is I think there is a part of this that like Breslow is feels kind of like he did underperform, but like he got kind of burned by the trade deadline in 2024 and that not working out. So he's like, I think he's really determined to make big moves and make smart moves. I kind of feel like the Red Sox are going to be buyers. It's just a matter of like what they're looking to buy, because I do think they're going to have a harder time. Like, so I guess, for example, like Passan said, that the Red Sox are not looking at rentals. They're not looking at Merrill Kelly or Seth Lugo for like, because those guys, their contracts expire at the end of the season.
Those were the 2 names that came out that they're not going to go for. Yeah.
And like that part of Passan's report, I do buy. Like, I do believe that. Cause like, but I'm also like, if the Red Sox are looking, I think if the Red Sox are looking in the wrong places, if they think that the move needs to be getting a controllable starter who can be with the team long term.
There's only 2 available, and they're probably not going to get traded. So,
I mean, and even if it's someone we're not thinking of, like the team that they're whatever team that hypothetical pitcher is currently on is going to ask for more in return to like lose the years of control over that pitcher. is going to ask for more in return than a rental.
Yeah.
I think you could legitimately trade Duran for Kelly straight up.
Yeah, I think that would probably be right.
Like they both guys fit a need for the other team. Cost wise, there's like about $1 million difference between like what we owe Duran and what they owe Kelly. Um, and they have, and I think Duran is arbitration eligible for 3 more years. So like I think that is like would make more sense. But if we're gonna try and go get like trying to think of a controllable pitcher in this league, like Yuri Perez from the Marlins,
Yeah.
Mitch Keller from the Pirates, who
That's the name
has
that I keep circling around is Mitch Keller.
he actually has an extension, like a whole contract of like I think it's like $17 million AAV. Like those are gonna cost so much more.
Yeah.
And I really think that it's like you trade for Keller or Lugo, you know, and you trade for, I mean, they're like, I think there are other moves to make, but like, for example, like you trade for those guys, um, and then uh, shit, I lost my train of thought. Yeah. You basically like at the end of the year, their contracts expire. Like Kelly comes off the books, you know, Bueller, Giolito both have club or mutual options. Um, they come off the books. There's gonna be a lot more pace, like space on the payroll to go make
Hmm.
a bigger move this offseason.
Yeah.
Um, than I think if you like go and get you know, a controllable guy who's like, you're gonna hit arbitration and all of that.
Right. So now here's the only caveat to that. This offseason, there are not a ton of guys available that I think we would take a stab. Like Vlad was a perfect, but he's gone. Kyle Tucker probably is not going to get the extension from Chicago at this point.
Which is shocking.
Do we really want another left-handed hitting outfielder? I know Kyle Tucker's great, but like that's our whole
If
fucking team.
if we trade Duran and Abreu at the deadline.
That would be the only way that that makes sense is if they're like, we're very clearly going for Kyle Tucker, but that's a huge risk.
Yeah.
Does Kyle Tucker play first base? I don't know. But anyway,
Yeah.
like there's not like what pitchers are free agents? Kelly, but he's like 30 something years old. Like there's not a huge last season when there were tons of like really high leverage, marquee free agents.
Yeah.
This year feels like a down year. I wonder if that's part of it. If they're like a rental player might not yield. I mean, Schwarber is going to be a free agent.
Right.
Maybe that's somebody that they want to take a look at as a designated hitter next year. I don't know.
Yeah.
I would assume they are parlaying this into their plans for the offseason, which I don't always love when teams do that. I'm kind of like, dude, win now. But the one name that we brought up, and it's an offensive name that I do think we have a high chance of seeing in a Red Sox uniform is Josh Naylor.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling that based on the money that he's owed from Arizona is very clearly a seller now. They're out. They're done. There's no world in which they win 25 games in a row and come back. Like, it's not going to happen. As we discussed, Romy is still hitting a little bit. Toro is starting to dip. Josh Naylor is an excellent defensive first baseman. He's a consistent 800 OPS guy. He hits well. He's not a huge home run hitter, but his swing plays at Fenway with the pesky pole. He's a one-year player for Arizona. Pretty sure his one-year contract with them.
Yeah, he hits
that's the kind of guy that makes sense to go out and get. Obviously, Duran is not an eligible trade candidate for them because maybe he is if they think that they're going to be competitive next year and they want those last 3 years. That's the only guy of this whole trade deadline that I'm looking at. Like, there's a very realistic chance we get him. I don't see any arms. I've heard Alcantara is now suddenly being linked. We're not going to get Sandy Alcantara, and I don't really want him, but it's not going to happen.
I think Duran makes sense for the Diamondbacks if it is like a trade for which one is on the Diamondbacks, Keller or Kelly?
Kelly.
If it's a trade for Kelly and Naylor and it's Duran and prospects,
yeah,
or even if it's Duran like Toro, like I don't know, like if it's like just Duran plus,
Yeah, I
I
agree.
think that that makes sense for them because it is 3 more years of arbitration. He only got paid, I think, like 3.75 million for
Hmm.
this year. He doesn't because he signed a deal with a club option. The club option goes away if he gets traded. So the Diamondbacks have free reign to negotiate. And honestly, because Duran has not met his performance from last year, which of course he was never going to,
Yeah, we knew that was going to happen.
that his art, I mean, there, I don't think he's going to get a huge raise in arbitration.
No,
So
probably
like,
not.
you know, and he's still controllable, and then like, yeah, I don't know. I think he's someone you can still build around Jaron Duran. Um, I think for now.
No, I mean, Jaron Duran is actually the kind of player. It's really funny because most left-handed hitters at Fenway work out with the pesky pole. Jaron Duran is the kind of hitter that benefits from playing in like an Arizona sized in like a Chase field, bigger outfield.
Mhm.
He's never going to be like a 35, 40 home run guy. He's
Yeah,
a pole to pole, gap to gap hitter. A bigger outfield works to his advantage because he hits so many doubles and triples. He might look at that as an opportunity for him too. Obviously, you have no say over where you get traded, but he might look at
yeah,
it as like, fuck, dude, I might end up hitting 25 triples next year. Like, this is great, you
yeah.
know?
I'm
Um,
I'm still really high on trading for Mason Miller from the Athletics. I
yeah,
still think, I mean, I don't, we unfortunately don't really, I think, have what the Athletics want in terms of like pitching prospects.
yeah.
Um, but like, I would love to have Mason Miller. If for nothing else, that opens the door to then trading Chapman or Giolito,
So let me ask you,
which I think,
what is your world in which Chapman gets traded? You mentioned that earlier. I'm just
no,
curious.
my world in which Chapman gets traded is a world in which acquire another high leverage reliever
Mhm.
to take his basically to take his job. And I mean, or arguably you would probably need two, but at least one to take Chapman's job, and then you flip Chapman either for another reliever, or another like or a bat to help like supplement the offense. Like I and the logic being there is that um Chapman's in very high demand from from several teams. Like every playoff team is going to want Chapman,
Yeah.
so you get a better return for him now versus there's no return for him in free agency. And I do doubt that the Red Sox re-sign him just because that's seems to be kind of a journeyman.
Yeah, he's
Um,
37. Not surprised. Wouldn't be surprised. I
it's
just
also
think,
worth noting that he has won 2 World Series and he's never won a World Series with the team that he signed with at the beginning of that
yeah,
season.
that's so true. That's so true. That's crazy.
So,
I don't know. I would be hard pressed to believe they're going to trade Chapman at this point. I think he's the best relief pitcher in baseball.
I mean,
I
like
mean,
I
I
said, the
think
return would have to be excellent.
substantial. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a 1 to 3 guy. You cannot trade Chapman plus somebody else. It's
Yeah.
like you give Chapman and you get 3 or 4 guys back. That's a huge, like, the guy has a 1.1 ERA. Like, he's the
Yeah.
best relief pitcher in baseball right now. He's crazy.
But depending on how we do in terms of acquiring a starter, like say we acquire Kelly or Keller or Lugo, I
Sure.
think you then can move Giolito.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's right. I think I don't know though. Again, like I said, there's one player that I can actually see us making a trade for, and that's Josh Naylor. I don't see
I
us actually making a deal for anybody else.
I just think like we can speculate all we want all the long day. I think we're gonna look like such idiots next week because
Of
I
course.
think I think Craig Breslow, like because the Rafi Devers thing came out of fucking nowhere, shocked
And
us
it ended up
all.
looking good now though. So now he's going to be like,
I'm
"See, trust me."
I'm like I feel like he's gonna do something that I'm just like I was nowhere near thinking of that. Like
Yeah,
I feel like he's gonna move Duran and Abreu,
he
like
could.
which I
He
think would be
could.
insane. But
Yeah, he
um
could. I mean, Abreu's the only guy on the team that'll hit 30 homers this year.
yeah, which is I mean like I kind of want to keep him. Like I don't
Oh, definitely. I'd love to keep him. He's been great.
yeah, but it
But
would be
yeah, I
really
don't know.
funny if we go from like 18 outfielders to 4 outfielders.
Yeah. I will say though, again, Naylor is my favorite non-Red Sox player. So the
Mhm.
fact that we're being linked to him makes me so happy. Like I
Yeah.
even if he's there for 2 months, I will buy his jersey. Like I love Josh Naylor.
Do you think we could trade Romy Gonzalez?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
I
I
think
feel like
him and Toro are both very tradable.
yeah.
Romy's been good and he plays like four positions. Like
Honest to
he's a good asset.
honest to God, I think if Craig Breslow put out there that he was like, hey, if someone wants Christian Campbell, you can have him. I think he'd actually get a couple phone calls.
Dude, that would be crazy if they signed him to like a team-friendly extension and then traded him. It's like
Yeah.
some NFL shit, like sign and trade. Literally, that's
Well, I
so
mean,
crazy
because like I think if you're another team, you're like, you clear like saw how he did
for
in
NBA
April.
shit.
You're like, this guy can unlock like this guy can have a resurgence. He can return to form. Like and unlike the Red Sox, like they have like roster space for him. Like I think that's and it's not expensive to have him on the
Yeah.
roster. Like I think that's if I'm a team um that has like that is out of the playoff picture but has a player that is valuable to playoff teams, I think that is like I would 100% be like, yeah, there's really like low risk, high reward for trading for Christian Campbell.
Yeah, I think so. It's literally I said NFL, I meant NBA, but it's such a like classic basketball move to sign and trade, and it
Yeah.
is beneficial to, that could potentially be beneficial to all parties. I don't know like how high the organization is on Christian Campbell. Like he obviously showed us his potential, but I don't know. I think that, like you said, we're going to end up looking stupid. I died on the hill in 2022 or 23, 22 of Christian Vasquez isn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
And I ended up looking like a fucking fool. And now
Right.
Abreu is one of our best players. So listen,
I don't even remember what we did in 2023. Who did we trade for in 2023?
Jansen was last year, right? Danny
Yeah.
Jansen. I want to look that up. That's a great question.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I
2023 Red
I
Sox.
remember we were like trade Justin Turner and they didn't.
Yes, they didn't do anything. They picked up Luis Arias from the Brewers. I remember that.
That was it? Oh yeah, it was. That was it. That was a really
Oh, we
quiet.
almost traded for Colton Wong and then didn't.
But yeah, you're right. We got Luis Arias. That was such a dumb trade deadline.
Yeah, we did nothing. Again,
Yeah,
though,
and
that was
then
one of those weird years.
oh, we
There was
traded
a
away
lot of
Kike.
yeah, back to the Dodgers,
Back to the
right?
Dodgers. We got Nick Robertson and Justin Hagenman.
So they
Um,
were just that was just a dead, the a build the farm system deadline.
yeah, that sucked.
Well, anyway, I think we'll have to see what happens. Obviously, the focus needs to be the Dodgers. Like that's what's coming up. We have a great
yeah,
chance to win the series with the pitching we have, and then we have Minnesota and we have Houston. Houston without Jordan Alvarez,
yeah.
legitimate chance to do some damage there. I just think I don't know. I think we'll probably add somebody, and like you said, we'll look stupid and we'll be like, "What the fuck? Where did that come from?" But I think they have to add give the fans some confidence that they give a shit.
Yeah. Wait, also, what happened to Jordan Alvarez? Like,
I don't know. I just haven't.
I know
I
he's
haven't seen
hurt,
him. Yeah,
but like,
is he injured? I mean,
yeah,
he's.
he sucks.
Oh, did he break his hand?
Oh, he only played 29 games. Okay.
He has a hand injury of some sort.
Yeah, but like
That
a
guy was.
646 OPS, not good. Not
Yeah,
good.
that guy was the most feared hitter in baseball for a while. He was
Yeah.
crazy.
Damn.
Um,
I also just like 188 OPS plus, man, that's nuts. Um, Barry Bonds was doing an interview recently where he was talking about how you know, how hitters nowadays will like watch the ball like when they
yeah,
hit a home run, they'll watch it out the box and how he's like he's like I could never do that. And I was like, yeah, because you were hitting so many fucking home runs, you just like you got to home plate and you were like, oh shit, I gotta go hit another one like right now. Like that guy was
yeah,
so mm,
crazy,
crazy.
a beast. Let's do a quick
Yeah.
MLB recap, really fast.
Yeah. So
Yankees obviously scuffling, like we mentioned.
Blue
Um,
Jays really good.
Blue Jays are an almost an A tier team. Tigers are scuffling. The American League wild card race
Tigers,
is
I mean, hang on. Tigers are scuffling, kind of. They are still
They have
Uh,
a huge cushion. They have a huge
17
cushion.
games above 500, and they have 8.5 games ahead of the Guardians, who are
Yeah, that
500.
division. How crazy is it that that division ended up being so bad? I thought that
So
division was
bad.
going to have like all five teams could potentially win, except for the
Yeah.
Whites. All four of the five teams could be over
Yeah.
500. But currently, the playoff picture is as follows. Excuse me, Houston in first place of the West, 60 and 42. Houston does it again every year. They just are a machine.
So weird.
Toronto, 60 and 42. They're both tied for the best record in the AL. Detroit, 60 and 43. They're 1 and 9 in their last 10. Yankees lead the wild card, 10 games above 500, 56 and 46. 2 games behind. We are tied with the Mariners. They're 54 and 48. We're 55 and 49. We've played 2 more games than them. Sitting a game and a half out is Tampa Bay, 53 and 50, tied with Texas, 53 and 50. After that, you start to fall into Guardians, who are 500. KC's below 500. I think really
Yeah.
it's us, Seattle, Tampa, and Texas looking for those last two spots. The Yankees will make the playoffs. Um, Interesting. I mean, it's not what I predicted at all.
Yeah.
I thought Baltimore would be up there. I
I
thought
know.
Kansas City and Cleveland would be fighting in there. They're not really competitive.
Dude, I also like I'm looking at the NL East now, and you go and look. The Braves are
Yeah,
14 games out of first. They're 10 and a half out of the wild card.
they're
Like
done. Their
that's a team
season's
that's
over.
selling.
Yeah, their season's over.
That team's
Bro,
selling.
I've read links. I joked about it last week. I've literally read Chris Sale to the Red Sox links. Like it's. I mean, I know
Dude,
he's hurt now, but
honestly,
it's
like
so.
I I hmm, I don't know how I
He's
feel about it.
I think he might not even be back for the rest of the year at this point.
Yeah.
He's injured, but it's just funny. And in
The
that
Brew
picture we have Chicago 60 and 42 leading the Central, Philly
Nope,
50.
Brewers.
Oh, that's the wild card. Sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. You're right. You're right.
Yeah, the Brewers just took them.
Yeah, Brewers are 61 and 41 leading the Central. Dodgers are 60 and 43 leading the West. Mets are 59 and 44. The East is so wide open. Wild card Cubs are in first, 60 and 42. Philly 58 and 44. San Diego 55 and 47. Right behind, there are a bunch of competitive teams. San Francisco is a game and a half out. Cincinnati is 2.5 games out, and St. Louis is 3.5 games out. So all those teams are above 500.
Cincinnati
There's
would be
some good
crazy.
races.
Yeah.
There's some great races, man. I like to see St. Louis be competitive. I love to see Cincinnati. Cincinnati's kind of a
Yeah.
great baseball town when they're good.
Tito.
Yeah, love to see that.
Holy fucking
So,
shit. The Rockies are already at 76 losses.
bro, they're gonna lose the most games in history. They're
No, I
on
know, but
pace.
like they're
Yeah,
it's not yet August and they are 5 games from a losing record.
it's
Like
insane, fucking insane. They're horrible.
fucking
So let me
pathetic.
ask you before we do Rose and Thorn, who makes the playoffs
Oh,
as currently constructed? Our first post All Star break episode.
I think hmm. I think I think Mets hold on to the division. I think Cubs might take theirs back.
Okay.
I think Dodgers, obviously, I think the Dodgers win theirs. Um, I think the wild card is the Phillies. I mean, honestly, like, yeah, Phillies, Cubs, and then, I mean, depending on what the Padres do at the deadline, I could see them collapsing and getting bounced by the Giants or the Reds.
That's the Giants. That's the only team that's not in the wild card. I actually think the Giants will pass the Padres. I think the Giants will sneak
Yeah.
in.
But I think that's kind of an like the Padres also, by the way, very interested in Duran.
Yeah, that's like the one rumor I keep seeing, but we'll see.
Yeah. I
They
mean,
have they have the trade capital.
as for the AL, like I think it's so much worse than the NL. Like it's
Yeah.
so much worse. But like I don't think there's any team like good enough to go on a run to upset somebody. Like I don't think like the Mariners, like I don't know if the Mariners can um like take the division from the Astros.
No. I don't think
Um
so.
I don't think the Rangers can take the wild card.
Nope. I actually think exactly as presently constructed is what the playoff picture will be.
I think the only thing that could change is the AL East. I think it's like whether or not the Rays get hot. And we
Do you think
don't.
Yeah, I don't look at the Rays and feel particularly confident in them. I
I think
think we'll eat the third. We'll get the third spot. That's
It's either-
that's my at this point what I think.
I think it's like either us or the Yankees like flame out, Rays get hot.
Yeah,
Like that's a scenario I think is like very, very plausible.
it's potential.
But
Anyway, should we Rose and Thorn?
yeah, I'm trying to think of what you go first.
I've got good ones. My rose is to D'Angelo Ortiz.
Oh,
The
yeah.
son of David Ortiz got promoted to low A or high A ball. I don't remember.
Yeah,
but
it's a high.
he got-
He's going to Salem.
He got promoted. So
Yeah.
shout out. Maybe we'll see another Ortiz in a Sox uniform in a couple years. My thorn is 100% the New York Yankees defense. Like, get it together. That is, I mean, actually don't get it together, but that's insane. I mean, I literally witnessed 4 errors in 2 innings from them. It's fucking crazy. And they seem to have no impetus from management or upper management to change that. They seem to be fine with it. Like, yeah, whatever, it's very strange. I mean, the scouting report from the Dodgers in the World Series, there's that video of Joe Kelly being like, yeah, just put the ball on play and like they'll make errors.
That was
like, that's
so funny.
Everybody knows it. Everybody knows it.
Crazy that like that news came out and the Yankees weren't like, okay, shit, we should overhaul everything that we do.
They have like the worst.
No, they're just gonna double down. It's crazy.
Who's their first baseman? That rookie.
Paul Goldschmidt? Oh, Ben Rice.
Ben Rice can't play first base.
Yeah.
Can't play first base. Dominguez, not a good left fielder. Like, it's just like,
yeah.
Anyway, so that's mine. It's crazy.
I'm going to do mine in reverse order, but they happened at the same time. My thorn's going to go to Commissioner Rob Manfred.
Oh.
Because he has been going around to all of the major league teams, clubhouses, and like sitting down with all of the teams, all the players, to pitch them on his vision for the like next collective bargaining agreement.
Yes.
Which is set to expire currently at the end of 2026. So he's pitching them on why like they should do a salary cap and all these other like things and why it's good for players and whatever. And I think that's really shady and shitty, and I'm surprised that's not violating some kind of labor law. My rose, however, goes to the Philadelphia Phillies, who I guess had their meeting with Manfred recently, and one of the players said, well, Nick Castellanos said it went well, nobody got assaulted. But apparently, like, it got very heated, and the report didn't say like what this was in reference to, but apparently a Philadelphia Phillies player told Rob Manfred, well, if you don't like it, you can leave. And I would like to give that man all my flowers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty anti Rob Manfred, dude. I'm not a fan at all.
Yeah.
I just think he's not good for baseball.
I just think it's just really fucking weird to like, I mean, I do know, like, I know a little about labor law, not a ton, not a lawyer. But I do know that, I'm pretty sure that the employer is not allowed to like hold you hostage and like talk to you about why.
Yeah, you would think that
they should vote against their union's like best interest, but like whatever. I'm again not a lawyer. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm also just not a Rob Manfred fan, so I love sticking him up with thorns. Well, we have a big week again. This is a big period of the season. Hopefully we can do some damage against the Dodgers. And again, if we come out 5-4, check for me, solid, 3 series.
Yeah.
And then, we got to beat up on the Twins. We got to beat the teams that we need to beat.
Yeah, come to think of it, our next episode might come a day or two late because the deadline is a week from the day that we're recording this, which is Thursday. So we might want to wait for the deadline to happen, and then
we could do a live deadline.
We could do a live. That actually would be easier. That's easier for me to do than for you to do because I'm on the same coast as.
This is true.
Yeah.
Well, we'll figure it out. We'll let people know on.
We'll do something. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
See you guys next week.
We shall.